In today's video, I'd like to take a look at how to build a pentatonic minor scale. We've looked at how to build a pentatonic major, so this is sort of a natural progression for us. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. To do this, number one, we're going to build the minor scale. And so let's go ahead and start off with a very easy example. And we're going to do a pentatonic minor. A pentatonic minor. Okay, so first off, I need an A major scale, right? Because I can't build a minor scale unless I have a major scale. Okay, so here is my major scale, and I recall that to build a minor, I have to flat 3, 6, and 7. 3, 6, and 7. So now I've got an A minor scale, and in order for me to get to my pentatonic scale, I have to do something else, and that's going to be eliminating the second degree relative to the minor scale, the natural minor scale, and this would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1, and the sixth degree, so 2 and 6. And those are the two scale degrees that I want to eliminate. When I do that, I'll end up with A, C, D, E, G, back to A. And that's going to give me my A pentatonic minor, or A minor pentatonic. That scale, if you notice, it's missing B and F. And if we think about what we did earlier, in an earlier video, we built the C major pentatonic. Let's do C pentatonic major. Okay, and in that one, we're going to have C, D, E, G, A, back to C. And the thing that you should notice from here is that, well, wait a minute, we are eliminating B and F. So B and F. We're eliminating B and F on both of these. So these two scales are relative. So A pentatonic minor is relative to C pentatonic major. Okay, so this is a relative relationship. This should not be surprising. We've talked about relative minor scales before and parent majors, and this is really just kind of following along with the same sort of idea. Let's do a couple of examples here. So for example, I want to go ahead and build the E minor pentatonic. Okay, now if I already know what E minor is, then I would start off with that. And I'm going to do that. So E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, back to E. Okay, and let's recall what we had to do. Remember that in here we were eliminating which two degrees? We were eliminating 2 relative to minor and 6 relative to minor. When we're talking about major, it ends up being, so it's 2 and 6. And in terms of major, it was 4 and 7. So it actually, you can see, is a little bit of a shift there. All right, so it's going to be 2 and 6. Now we have to eliminate 2 and 6. And this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that would give us our E pentatonic minor. When we wrote that out completely, E, G, A, B, D, and E. So that's how we build an E pentatonic minor. Now let's take a look at maybe one more example. Let's think about how do we build an A flat pentatonic minor. Okay, so the first thing that we really need, pentatonic minor, is we need the A flat major scale. So A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and A flat. All right, so now what we need to do is we have to flat our 3, 6, and 7. Okay, and so for 3, 6, and 7, let's put a flat here on 3, 6, and 7. Okay, so that now gives us our what? That gives us our A flat minor. Okay, so now we're building A flat minor. And at this point, I would kind of think to myself, I've got flats on everything, and so maybe I want to flip this. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you can do this in either order. It doesn't really matter. So let's look at from both perspectives. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip this. And what I mean by flip is to use the enharmonic equivalents. And so the enharmonic equivalent here would be G sharp, A sharp, C flat is really the same thing as a B, then C sharp, D sharp, F flat would be an E, G flat would be an F sharp, and back to G sharp. So I've changed this to their enharmonics equivalents. And now this is sort of my minor scale, and we did say that we have to eliminate 2 and 6. So getting rid of 2 and 6 would give us that. And so our A flat pentatonic minor turns out to be maybe better represented by G sharp pentatonic minor, and that would give us this. B, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, and now G sharp. Now, what if I had done the order of operations maybe a little bit differently? Like, what if I, instead of right here, I did the enharmonic equivalent and then I got down here? Would I have come up with the same answer? And the answer is yes, but let's kind of do that anyway. So we started here. This is sort of one set. And now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of reimagining that we're doing the operation a little differently. So I'll start again, A flat, B flat, C flat. I'm just going to pick it up from there. D flat, E flat, F flat, G flat, and back to A flat. So I want to see if I do my order of operations differently, will I come up with the same answer? And I should. All right, so at this point, we want to eliminate, and if you recall, it's going to be 2 and 6. 2 and 6. 2 and 6. Okay, now let's see, what does that leave me with? That leaves me with A flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, and G flat, back to A flat. And again, I would think at this point to myself, I really don't like this C flat if I can help it. And so now I'm going to flip this. When I mean by flip is I'm going to use the enharmonic equivalent, and that would give me G sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. And you can notice now this scale matches exactly with this scale. And what does this tell you? It tells you it doesn't necessarily matter the order of operations, but it should be done. Okay, so it didn't matter whether I did, in this example, I started off with my major, and then I flatted 3, 6, 7, then I changed it to enharmonic equivalents, and then I eliminated 2 and 6. Here we have our minor, okay, and then we eliminated first, and then we flipped it over to our enharmonic equivalents. So it doesn't matter the order of operations, it just matters that you get to the appropriate answer. And that is how you build a pentatonic minor scale.